You're gonna make an animated show out of it?
Intro for a thing, so I can play it for the everything. But it's alright. We're starting now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to some glorious Tales of the Tabletop D&D 5e. And yeah, welcome back, everybody. So we're going to start right now. So last time they were talking to the
Mystic Space said tenor.com.
Stop with the tenor shit, please. Last time they were talking to the general, and he was told to go talk to the wizard about the secret laboratory that they found or ended up finding, because he might know a way in since he was a scientist there a while back. So yeah, we're going to continue from here. So we'll go for the top of the order. What are you guys going to do? Starting with Virus. You guys there? Hello?
I'm there.
We're here.
Virus, you're first.
We're
Mr. Wizard.
General, right?
You're walking. You just walked out of the place.
Well, it seems to be we got to go talk to our resident merchant wizard once again. He's not going to be too happy because we're not buying anything.
I mean, if you really need to, maybe you can get some potions.
Now that cross he has, I don't even have that much money. I can't even carry that much money.
Add a counter. Head cannon. He can only carry one coin.
Head cannon. Go one coin.
He can
Actually,
only.
Virus can carry a grand total of 60 pounds, which isn't much.
Like one coin is 1 pound. But yeah, so you have like a backpack just full of coins. Like your wallet, it's a backpack.
That's pretty much how it is right now. My backpack's just filled to the brim of coinage, and if I have any more, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
One coin is just
Imagine
the.
you can only ever bring one coin,
60
and you just
coin.
always walk up and you say, "I'll give you everything I got." Then you just give him one coin.
60 pounds. An average gold coin. I'm going to check here. D&D. 1 ounce. So you could technically have hold up to 700 gold.
Yeah, but I couldn't put that in my little bitty backpack, realistically.
I can imagine you having like a big backpack, like at that point, like, you know what I mean? You just backpack just brim, but you know, you can hold 60.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Like his wings are about to pop off.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna land on one of the guys and go, I'm gonna let you guys talk to him because, well, I've already talked to him today and he was a little grumpy.
He's always grumpy. Grumpy is
Virus
default.
doesn't know that.
Oh.
He's only talked to him once.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Mystic, what are you doing? You're on the ship still, actually.
You said we're just leaving the general.
Well, Mystic was in here last session. He was on the ship.
Oh yeah. So he doesn't know the general talk.
Yeah. He doesn't know what's happening. What are you doing, Mystic?
Find out what's going on.
Okay, currently the the fighter there, the hired fighter and the wizard and the wizard's in his store. What do you do? And also the cook, obviously.
Well, I don't think it can contribute anything useful right now, so...
I also think Packtack's there too, isn't he? I also think he's there too.
No, Pack Attack was with
No,
us
I'm
when
with
we
the
went to
general.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're just gonna hang around?
Guard the ship, I guess.
Okay. Pack attack. What are you doing?
Alright, guys, we should probably go ahead and head back to our ship and talk to the wizard.
Talk to the wizard.
Out of character, I thought Pack Attack said lizard.
Lizard. Let's go talk to the lizard wizard. The lizard wizard.
Oh, that rhymes.
I am so tempted to make a lizard man wizard.
Oh.
Oh, to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Okay, Ramond.
I was in Space Marines if you dare do that.
Ramond. Is it Ramond? AKA Cleric? Mr. Cleric?
Like I was thinking, oh, so we're at the general, or are we?
You're walking from the general's, the fort, where the basically where the military base to the ship at the moment. That's where you're walking.
Traumatized by the events of the dream. We'll probably go find the wizard so we can get ourselves some potions or something in case we run into anything unexpected.
Okay. Meta.
Technically, I'm not with you guys at the moment.
You're on the ship. Yes.
You're with Mystic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're on the ship.
Togo's going to find Zindella and ask her for a very important mission. Zindella, where are you?
Oh, right here. Guarding
Well.
the wheel.
Zindella, I need you for something important.
What is it?
How do you feel about breaking the law?
Technically, I've been doing it for a while, so I guess it just depends on the crime.
I need you to scope out the church, obviously at night.
Just me alone?
Right now it's midday.
Yeah, midday. That's why I said night.
Hope no zombies spawn in.
Let's hope a creeper doesn't spawn in too.
Finally, someone got it.
But no.
Creepers just want a hug.
No, they
I'll
won't
be
pull.
alone for this mission. I don't. Let's see if I can get a virus into this mission as well. Tell when they come back.
I can do that for sure. It's not like I haven't been sneaking around and stealing things this entire time.
Fair enough. Keep a
Boop.
low profile as well. You don't want to get any more trouble than we had been.
Planning to keep that discretion.
Counting on you, Zindella. You're our only hope.
Yes, boss.
As you are talking, the rest of the party gets to the ship.
Ah, fellas, welcome back.
Ears. Okay.
Fellas, welcome back.
Welcome.
I had a great nap. That's what I needed.
Finally, you talked to me. You were sleeping forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. Listen, I got a job for you, Harry.
Ooh, does it involve torching people?
No, it involves
Aww.
breaking, but it involves breaking and entering.
Well, that's better than nothing. Let me guess, you want me to stake out the church? Because that's where we're supposed to go next.
Yes. However, Zindella will be with you as well. The rest will probably walk around the city, keep our the low profile.
keep a lookout for very weird people. We saw a whole bunch in the marketplace earlier.
Everyone's a weird person to me.
What do these weird people look like?
I don't know. They were wearing cloaks and they had some type of weird paralytic arrow that knocked me out of the sky whenever one shot at me.
Interesting.
And their language they're speaking was odd. Guys remember.
Virus never heard their language.
Yeah, you did.
No, they were
Nope.
just speaking in an odd way.
Yeah. You couldn't understand the language, but you heard what they were saying. They're like saying when the tree falls. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. When the tree falls, the bear eats tonight. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? You couldn't understand it, but you heard it. That
Oh,
makes
no.
sense.
They're sending the NCR after us.
What the fuck, Mystic?
What? They said the bear.
Did Virus tells them about what they said?
No, Virus was too busy being shot at and knocked out.
This was before you were get knocked out and shot at. You heard them because you saw them. You snuck up on them, and then they saw you and they ran after we were speaking.
I wasn't the one that snuck up on him. I was riding on the shoulder, and it was our big, giant, plated Warforged that tried to sneak up on him and failed horribly. And then he started running, and he points at us and after yelling and points at the guy, and I actually
Oh yeah,
was able to spot him and chase after him, flying above him.
Okay. So it was the Warforged. Okay, it wasn't you. I thought it was somebody. Okay.
Yeah, it was our Warforged that actually pulled it off, hearing him.
I would just say the Warforged explains what he saw and heard. If you roll in an intelligence, I'll roll for him an intelligence check, see if he remember what they said exactly.
He fails.
Oh my god, did he actually fail?
No, I did not.
I don't see a. Oh. No, I don't see a roll for him.
Doing it right now. Sorry, 16. Okay, so you remember. Mystic, do you know Thieves' Chant? Forget if you do or not.
All level 2 rogues know Thieves' Cant?
It's a language they get by like subclasses and shit. I'm gonna double check if you have Thieves' Chant.
I think they actually get it
Base
at level
class.
1.
Yeah, I think it's level 1 base.
It was level 1 or level 2 part of the base deal.
Yeah, I got it.
You do have Thieves' Chant. You know, you've got Common, Elven, Dwarven. I don't think you do have.
I do. I'm looking at it.
Where did you put it?
It's on the other where I have all my other stats or special skills.
Bio?
No, it's on core.
In trait core area. On the right side bottom. First page.
Thieves' Chant. Attack. Yep, found it. Okay, it's a language. Okay. So yeah, you understand like, okay, this is what this if since he rolled enough, you remember exactly what he said. We have stolen multiple cores. We're going to go to the secondary black market located in the port district in the sewers to sell them. They'll fetch a good price. And then, what was that? And that's when they stopped.
Okay.
They stopped because they noticed us.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good job.
Now, does he tell? Out of character, does he tell us?
It's up to him. It's up to him if he wants to explain what it said. You just repeated the strange phrasing. You know, it's like maybe they had a seizure or something. But it's code. It's Steve's chant. It's basically code.
Why wouldn't I relay the message to my allies?
Okay. I'm saying it's an up to you situation type of deal.
Because you're secretly the enemy.
You're secretly
That's
the
rude.
enemy. Secretly the enemy. That's rude.
I'm literally the Robin Hood type. Why would I aid the
He is literally he is literally the Robin Hood type. No joke. He steals from the rich to give to the poor. That is literally his backstory.
technically Zendella's, which is a she.
He, she.
They, them.
The elf is she. We do not go by they, them. That's not even a real thing.
It's it. You go by it.
No. I'm not a Magnemite that has no gender because it's literally a robot.
Anyway.
Alright, do you tell us or no?
Yes, I tell you.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
Congratulations, guys. You found the guys who store your core from your ship.
So, oh wait, I'm not currently in this conversation. I'm currently looking for the wizard, so I'm not part of this particular conversation. I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
Okay.
Okay, keep
We
looking
talk
for
about the
us.
wizards at the front of the ship, inside the door.
Yeah, inside his own little pocket dimension door. So pack attack. You go straight into the store. Okay. The wizard is just again stocking shelves, you know, that stuff. He sees you again, like, are these going to be my only customers for a while? Please say no.
Maybe.
How can I help you?
Shanu sighs. So we had apparently come across or a lab which I tried to stop the others from going into, but they weren't listening to me. Apparently, the entrance and exit always changes, and the general.
Wait. One, how did you fucking even find the fucking lab? Two, why would you go in it? And three, how do you know I am even related to it?
I'll answer those in order. 1, it was an accident. 2, I tried to tell the others to not go in it, but they went in and I wanted to make sure that they didn't die. And 3, because the general told us that you were part of it.
Oh, great. Him spout speaking sucking freaking top secret information, even though it's been abandoned for a couple 100 years.
I don't think it's abandoned anymore.
Obviously, if it's shifting. He's like, at this point, you see he's like, obviously, like, really upset, just frustrated at this point. He pulls out a fucking chair for you. Sit.
Oh.
So, out of curiosity, is this a human-sized chair or is this a...
It's a stool. It's actually a stool for you, so you can sit at the counter. Proper size for you.
I'll proceed with it.
Okay. He pulls out a fucking chair. Takes he takes a jar out of the thing. Looks to be like snuff, but this looks to be really high quality stuff. Pops a pipe full and lights it with a magic, and he starts puffing away. God, I need this. And he sits down and it's like, okay. How did you find it by accident?
We
Because there's
followed
no...
some shady person into the lab, and they apparently knew it was going to be there.
Okay, so it's been completely compromised. This is fucking terrifying and terrible indeed. I would just fucking leave this place and just completely leave you guys behind at this point. But if they're in the fucking lab already, the whole world can be fucking screwed.
Oh dear.
Do you know why the lab exists? And why it shifts?
No, we weren't told that information.
It's a very simple concept. You know how, you know why we don't simply just leave this hellscape of a plane?
Because you don't have anywhere better to be?
No, it's because we can't plane shift out of here, you stupid. There's thousands of different planes, and this is just a crappy pocket dimension. Why do we stay here? Because we can't leave. That was the project for that whole place. Creating a portal to another dimension so we can evacuate. Top secret shit. Because anyone figured it out, people will panic because a portal created this mess in the first place. Why the surface is uninhabitable because of a single portal. Sadly enough, it was a complete failure, because the only portal we could open to is to that hellish plane where everything is death comes from. And if somebody's in there and it only has one use, what do you think people are trying to do?
Kill people.
Trying to open that said portal for fuck I don't know why. The reason it shifts is because the portal itself is unstable. And it's in a separate pocket dimension. If it's shifting like this, again, means somebody is trying to open the portal. Because it needs to be connected to our dimension to open the portal, if that makes sense. Are you getting this?
I nod and I hold out like a little order sheet and I'm writing down some information. It's not complete.
And you're like, you nod, like, yes, look, good, because I'm not repeating myself. Takes another puff of his, pipe. And he's like, and he taps it to clear the snuff out and puts another thing in. Clear the ash out. And he goes again and like, so, what I'm trying to say is there's only one way in, and somebody got in already. That means somebody's already inside and knows where the portal's going to go. This is a terrible thing if somebody's in there. Especially when we designed the place to be booby-trapped as hell.
I think we ended up running into some of those.
Really now.
The statue grabbed the pixie.
Oh, one of my favorites, the golden golems. Or actually not made of gold. But they only attacked you is probably because you got too close to the entrance. Or too close to them.
I guess it's the latter. The fairy just tried to go straight for the statue against me suggesting them not.
Okay, so let me guess. You want to go in there to stop whatever they're doing?
I don't know that that's even a good idea. I don't know that we would be able to stop them even if we got in.
Either way, you gotta stop them. I'm not gonna do it. One, I can't enter the place.
I look at him confused at that.
It's a safeguard. I designed it. I made it so anyone who had the information to possibly enter the place couldn't, because how dangerous it was. And I put a magical spell on everybody who told anyone the information who already doesn't know about said information.
Doesn't that mean, by definition, I can no longer go in?
No. that spell was specific. Like, the general, me, and the rest of the people I know are dead.
I nod.
But the people, if you don't know about the information, I can't tell you. It would be a mental block. Like, if I told you, if you didn't know about my recipe of frankfurter, for God's sake, I would never give that away. And when I try to tell you, everything in my mind would just block out. The information that I'm trying to recall wouldn't go to you. The reason I'm able to talk to you, because you actually know about the place.
Okay.
Also, that means they got it somehow. It was a way of, keeping in the loop. And the people who were working on the project were very loyal. I doubt they'll tell anyone willingly. And they couldn't really tell anyone willingly, to be honest with you.
What
Unless they
if us
got rid...
forced them to talk about it?
Possibly. I have seen magic do a lot of things. Raise the dead, create, a whole new universe, grant immortality, that kind of thing.
Make a lobster roll.
But I can't enter the place, but you guys can, luckily.
So you said that there was one way in, but you didn't say
How?
would we? Yes.
Okay, there's 3 points across this city, because this is where it's anchored to. The 3 points need to be... A key needs to be inserted. Luckily for you, I have all 3 keys. I was the one trusted with said place. Since literally I can not be stopped. Try if you must. Use these keys at these certain places. There's an insert in the church, the Lord's Manor, and in the poor district.
Lord's Manor and the poor district. Is there anywhere specific inside the poor district?
There's also the church. Don't forget about that.
I already put that one in.
There is an old shop that I used to use.
Possibly where we had ended up going into in the first place.
Was that one of the entrances? Is that where you went
I
in?
believe so.
Well, that's why. Somebody has opened that gate, but right now it's probably one of the only ones. But these 3 entrances, these are the entrances that they hop around most likely. Unless they completely randomized it. You need to create... Basically, the entrance hops around through 3 entrances, an infinite amount of possibilities of entrances. These are guaranteed entrances, put it that way. And if you insert all keys in the thing, one entrance will be selected at the end. That makes sense. The last key you insert, it will walk to that spot, so you may enter safely and securely. Personally, I'm
time frame that we need to use these keys in? Is it like an hour? Is it a couple of minutes?
They all have to be inserted and not taken out.
That sounds like a good way to have them stolen.
Yeah, but they're magically locked by the person who puts it in, so no one really can take them out.
Except for the person who put them in.
Exactly. Unless they have dispel magic, then it makes the keys useless in the first place, so... That a whole thing. But... keep in mind, if these guys got in, that means they figured out the guaranteed 3 spots to enter. And timed it. That means they had to be here for at least a couple, like, maybe 40 years here. Since the project ended 100 years ago. That's my best estimate. They have to be here for that long.
How likely do you think that the hags that we mentioned earlier are part of this?
Most likely, because they're evil beings, and and that sounds like them if they're constantly planning this out, and for the sole purpose of completely destroying this plane. I wouldn't put it past them.
So instead of evil beings, they're evil bitches. How the beans works.
Same thing. So he goes in the back, and you see him pull out of his pocket another door, place it down. Pulls out a this is like a keychain on steroids. It's a keychain with hundreds of keys on the next one, and it's connected to another chain that's connected onto another, same thing, 100 more keys on the chain. And this whole chain is like 20 links long. He pulls out, and he goes through the keys.
How many keys does this guy?
They're like hundreds over hundreds of keys he has, basically.
Hey, look! I see the key to my house.
And he's going through these keys. He's like, I think those are on the third key. And he unlocks the door and he pushes it in. Come in, come on. And he throws his massive keychain into the into the bag of holding he has. Come on. I don't have all day.
All right, I'm coming.
And as you enter the thing, you notice that this is a massive storehouse. Think
Even
of
bigger than the storehouse that we were just in.
Does anyone here, anyone seen that show? I forget what it's called, but it's basically them finding artifacts that do mysterious things, and their storehouse is like forever long.
Torchwood.
Torchwood. Yeah, there's a couple of them, but yeah, it's like that. But it's basically, think of it like a doctor's box, but storage only. Doctor Who's, time traveling phone box. It's infinite in size, but it's just storehouses. And you're just following him for, like, it seems to be hours. And he's just walking down.
Peter, tired.
Don't worry, time's suppressed, so when we get back, only a second will pass. Otherwise, I'll have my customers waiting forever. Being 752 years old, I collect a lot of stuff.
I'm looking around, but I'm being very careful not to actually touch anything.
Good. There's a lot of things that catch your eye. Enchanted armor, wands, but everything is meticulously organized. It's like hell on a stick. Like, you start seeing more elaborate stuff as you go on. And then you see a cage section, which he pulls out his giant keychain, pulls out a key, and then unlocks it and pushes it over. Come. And this keychain section, you see books of ancient tomes locked in place, and they're shaking. Like, you see, like, the Hogwarts books in the strictest section?
Why are the books shaking?
Oh, they're sentient. Ignore them.
Do they know what's written on them?
Yes.
Are
Oh
the
my
books
god.
going to try to read themselves to me?
Most likely, they'll try to cast some high-level spells to kill your face. If they don't like you.
Oh my god. I just imagine a fucking book that is a sentient. It's just an erotic book, and every time it reads itself, it goes,
It's a erotic book. He goes by a bookshelf, and he pulls out his pipe and starts rubbing it against the bookshelf like he's trying to find the exact book that's chained. And then you see a book that is extremely heavily chained up, and he pulls it out. And it has 500 different types of locks. And he starts pulling them out, unlocking them slowly. You know what I mean? Like, he done this so many times before. And you hear every click, you hear like echoes of the clicking sound. like some type of alarm device just in case somebody is trying to pick this and something like that. But it's like so loud, basically, the clicking. Sorry about the noise. It's so I can hear if anyone trying to take this book. Little safety measure.
I will. Do you mind if I try and work on one of the locks on the other side of the book while you're working on these?
You touch this book, it will kill you.
Never mind.
Alright, that's pretty sweet.
And after like seems like a couple minutes, he opens the book finally, and it springs to life. Legs pop out, and it's like, ha! Finally, I'm out of here. Why do you keep me locked up all the time? And who is this little thing?
My name
Like-
is Shanu.
Grimoire meet Shanu. Shanu Grimoire. Yes, my magic book is sentient.
You already told me that.
I did? You're losing your touch, old timer. What, you're gonna cast some spells you need? Yes, I don't have it prepared, so I need a spell. Now open yourself up, or I'm gonna smack you. And he's like, come on! I have not been unlocked for ages! And you seriously want to swap out one of your mostly powerful spells for a simple spell? I have no idea why I gave you sentience in the first place. Because you thought if I can walk and talk, I can run. So no one can get to your book. Yes, it was a great idea at the time. I am regretting it ever since. Just let me read you, for God's sake. Please. I am running out of my stuff already. Oh. I don't like you when you're not high on odd crack as hell. Go ahead, read me. As he lays down, with his hands like putting behind the bookshelf, like, good old times. Conversing with you. You know, the reason to lock you up is for your own goddamn... Hmm?
I would love to have a book to speak with.
No, you wouldn't. Do not make the same mistake I have made.
Old man's like, I'm begging you, do not do the mistakes I made.
I can take this book off your hands.
If you... the book... no. This is my grimoire. All my spells are in it.
Oh, this is your...
No.
Oh.
No. You're lucky you're even gazing upon it. Also, keep in mind, my book is also a level 20 wizard.
Oh.
It can cast all the spells inside the book, because it knows it.
I mean, I feel like the book might enjoy being with me more than it enjoys being with you, but okay.
Hell no! I only stick with him because he's my master. You're some... thing. And it's like, come on, stop squirming around and talking to him. I'm trying to read. Ah, found it. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Grimoire. I'm gonna close you up and lock you back up. Come on, can I at least see you cast the spell? Fine. He grabs a piece of chalk and starts scrubbing out a ritual thing. Pulls out candles out of his bag and starts setting it up. A couple minutes later, he casts the spell, and a portal opens up, which then he rips it closed in and pulls out a large box. And then he unlocks with his massive keychain. And 3 keys are set inside. Now you've seen it, I'm locking you up. Good to see you. He shuts the book and he starts locking it up with all the keys, and he puts it on the shelf. Trust me, he has all the friends he needs up here in here.
But he can't even talk while he's locked up.
Who says that?
Oh, I guess I can.
some reason, they just like bondage for I have no idea why.
I locked them up so no one steals them. That's what he does. He locks them up because no one's stealing them. Even though, you know what I mean? It's his fucking grimoire. A level 20 grimoire. Yeah, anyone will pay a fortune for that thing with all the spells in there. And he grabs the keys and he hands them to you. Here, follow me. Leads you out of the place, and everybody's like, bye! All the books simultaneously, come back so I can kill you, some of them. And like, yeah, I'll love you. Oh, and you're probably wondering...
Start heading back, it's going to be a while before I get to the the exit.
Yeah, as you're walking back, he sees the curious look on your face of all those books, like, oh, you're probably wondering why all of them are sentient. To say my book got lonely.
Oh. Okay.
And since they know all the contents inside those books, some of them are a little, crazy.
Only some of them?
Okay, most of them.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and head back now.
As you exit the door, he locks it and then he folds it up after you guys all leave it, you know what I mean? And he sticks it back into his bag of holding. And it's like, now you got the keys. You know where to...
Let me ask a question real quick. How
Mm-hmm.
does that door not create an explosion when you put it in the bag?
Oh, because it's not a portable hole or bag of holding?
I thought that was any...
It's a magic item with a spell called Dimension Door.
Okay.
And it's a foldable door.
Okay. I just thought it was any extra dimensional space.
Nope. The Dimension Door leads is to an X dimensional space. It's a loophole.
Okay, good to know.
If you guys want the stats of the door, actually, it's pretty cool. You can actually buy them for storage. He does say, oh, their doors are all up for sale. I do have some empty storage spaces you guys can use.
I have a feeling that unfortunately at the moment I'm not going to be able to pay for that.
Yeah, they're way too much out of your budget.
Hopefully soon.
And plus, he's a wizard. He's Mr. Magic. A level 20 wizard can practically do anything with the spells.
Alright. So, he is going to hand me the keys, right?
Yeah, he handed you the keys, and he gave you a map to where they are exactly. In each building. The keyholes.
Okay. I look it over. I look over the keys.
The keys appear to be gold glowing keys. Like, they're just glowing with energy. They have runes and inscription on them. And just looking at them, you hear, like, magic. You feel magic radiating from them. Especially how close to magic you are and how much magic you have. And you start hearing whispers from them.
I turn to the wizard. Is there any way that I could borrow one of those, magic door things so that I don't have to listen to these whisper to me?
I stored...
That's going to be a problem.
No.
Okay. I figured that there was no harm in asking.
But...
How much would it cost?
Since I
Out of
don't...
curiosity.
How much would it cost? Simple. 1 million gold per unit.
I'm downtrodden as I start to walk away.
Oh. Since I don't want you dying with those keys, come here.
I come closer, looking confused.
Since you know the cost of a portable hole and a bag of holding, he hands you a portable hole. And a very, very tiny bag of holding.
Oh.
Tied to an arrow.
Oh.
This thing won't have the same punch as a normal bag of holding in a portable hole, but I'll give it to you for 700 gold.
I'll see if I could get one of my other colleagues to help me pay for that. 700, you said?
700 gold.
All right, hold on. Let me check.
If you guys don't know what it does, it basically creates a black hole that sucks everything into the astral plane. Within
Well, I
with
don't
100
think
with
everything, but
within what, a 50 feet radius? Everything within a
Yeah,
50
I
feet
know,
radius. Literally, it's everything with a 50 feet radius. This one is only a 10 feet radius.
which is still enough to.
And can be avoided with a strength check. Not an instant kill, but it's a possible instant kill.
But I have 120 if anybody wants to help cover this.
You have way more than me.
Got way more than me.
Did you say you have?
120.
Ray the cleric,
Yeah,
aren't you Mr. Clad in platinum gold here? Didn't you roll the richest?
Yeah, but I only have like
150?
yeah,
So that's
151.
270.
I completely forgot to go. Yeah, I have 200 gold if you need it.
I
That
have
brings us to
100.
470. Okay. So how do we want to take this? Because that is enough.
He said 700?
He
Mm-hmm.
did. Oh wait.
Yeah,
So
but we don't have 700 gold between all of us.
Oh, we don't. I thought that you had. Oh, that only brings us to 600.
I have 100 gold.
Yeah.
I
He's
only
one big.
have one. I only have 151.
Yeah, like I said. So yeah, guys don't have the gold. But maybe you can get a loan from somebody, who knows? Eh. And as you leave the shop, he goes back to like. He does look visually stressed at this. Like, you're not even buying it. Oh, great. Oh, before you leave, hand these out.
I nod. And I'm assuming these are more flyers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Take 200 gold off of that price, and he still can't afford it. Come on.
To be fair, we haven't gotten any gold since we've started this adventure.
Yeah, what
You
the
have no
fuck?
income.
Don't worry. After every chapter, you guys do get a lot of stuff. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just feels like right now we're just sitting here like with nothing, and
Like piss broke, basically.
yeah, we can't even buy anything to help us out.
Can't even buy milk at that point.
Yeah, it's all right though, guys. So you guys, he comes out. You see him come out and all that stuff. You guys are talking still, and only a second passed for him going in and out of the store and out of the store. For you guys.
And me.
For you, not you. Yeah, besides you. You, a couple hours have passed. For them, it's only been a couple seconds.
Nice spatial trick with the door. Does that work whenever somebody else goes into one of those doors?
Yes.
Noted. I will save some money for that when we get there.
Basically what, because it only took you, it took you what, a minute? It takes there is, for every 10 minutes it's a couple seconds, so it's only 10 seconds, so it's literally a minute is a second in there.
Okay.
Is a second out there, but yeah, it's only a couple seconds for you guys, because you went in to a spatial dampening thing, and then you went into a greater spatial dampening thing, and then you came out. So you only spend like a minute in there, technically, in the normal spatial dampening thing. Probably saves time.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay.
Going back with the
So I
group.
will proceed to inform them of the places that we need to go, but for right now, I am holding on to the keys in a pocket. I'm telling them where we need to go, the rest of our party where we need to go and why.
Hi, how you doing, man? What is D&D?
What the fuck?
I didn't see this guy's message. I just saw it. Now because I swapped back. I'm sorry. What is D&D?
It's imagining with more rules.
Yeah,
Welcome to
could make
Dungeons and Dragons.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, boy.
we're gonna give you
I swapped.
fucking-
I didn't see the message chart because I would just swapped back because I was trying to keep track of some things on my notes. I only have 2 screens. I'm sorry, guys.
In D&D, we give you fresh PTSD.
D&D is a tabletop role-playing game, if you're wondering.
I'm
It's-
joking about the PTSD though.
Oh, you probably could give somebody some PTSD. Anyway, one GM did give me PTSD for the whole campaign because, but that's a story for another time. But yeah,
Right, back to the game.
back to the game.
Back to the game. Back to the chopper. Come on, get to the chopper.
Let's get to the chopper, everyone. Okay, let's back to the game. So you see the kobold come in and out in a couple seconds. Like he just went in there, type of deal.
You've been in there for like 2 seconds.
He told me that would probably happen. Yeah, my feet are sore from walking for hours.
Right. Anyway, we get in. What info did we get?
So, I know the 3 places that this lab is supposed to be going most often. I know a way of forcing the door to open. One of those places would happen to be the church that we were going to be to investigate anyway.
The church, the mansion, and the old
Shop.
shop. Yeah.
That might
Basically,
have
the 3 places where we suspected that we found hags.
Interesting, isn't it?
Very indeed. But
Everything is coming clear now, aren't there?
However, we did found information about the missing cores of our ship. Mandela here. We're gonna head to we're gonna be in the sewer system where the black market or secondary black market will be.
Yeah, in the poor district in the sewer system.
In the poor district in the sewer system.
Means
As
where the black.
much as I would like to go ahead and start working on the lab problems, I do think that we probably should get our ship back to work.
Indeed. Ken?
You're not going anywhere with the blockade, either way.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
right.
good to it's good to have it back.
Oh,
Instead of
yeah.
doing it later.
Yeah, it's fine. Perfectly fine. We got 1 hour, everybody.
Right. Right.
It's okay. We can investigate the church in silence while you guys go take care of the 2 key locations.
think that's a good idea. We
Actually,
haven't been.
Well,
sorry.
we're heading out
Continue.
there to go spy on the church anyway, so
Could be a problem.
Never split the party.
yeah, we keep on splitting the party.
Yeah, you guys keep doing it. You keep doing it. It's like never split the party. You figured out the hard way what happens. One of your characters almost died.
Well, let's look
Okay.
at it this way: we have split the party a huge amount with me flying, giving messages back and forth to the general and whatnot.
I know.
And you almost keep on getting caught and getting killed.
Okay. Let's do. Okay. One of the key locations is in the port district, right? But it's also in the church as well.
Yeah, you can check out the. You can get the port. You can get the black market and get the key location.
Yes. And we can also possibly go inside of the church with the key location. Actually, wait. Shanu, did the wizard say anything about going different locations? Like entering. Let's give an example. Church. We go into the church and we suddenly walk out through another door and we end up in the poor district. That possibly work.
No,
How?
they're mounting points basically for so that it stops shifting. That's what it's for. And the last key the last key you put in is where the door opens.
This is a big decision we're gonna make. On one hand, we do need our ship back in condition. On the other hand, we need to investigate that church.
It's like it's
That's
basically
an idea.
it's basically you guys. Basically, what it does, the keys basically it's like dropping anchors on the ship. You know what I mean? You stop it from swaying. Door to door, basically. Spot to spot. The more anchors you put down, the less it sways until it gets stuck to one location. That's how I see it. How it works.
Alright, we need to think of something. Which is more important? Bring back our ship core or investigating the church?
So the issue that I think is going to be the bigger issue is that we haven't officially been given permission yet to investigate the church.
Yeah.
I
And-
think that it's a better idea to get our ship back simply because I don't think that this is the kind of place where we should be doing investigations without permission.
Yeah, he doesn't want a critical, fiasco going on. We technically did technically just killed the mayor's wife.
And the mayor. Well,
And
we didn't kill the mayor.
she killed the mayor, but we technically killed the legal, owner of this area. One of the legal owners of this area. You know what I mean?
I would really like to not be any more legal problems than we already likely are.
It was understandable, but we still technically committed a crime.
Alright. See what you're saying, Shanu. So, they did say they were gonna sell them. We might not see them again. We must get them back. So,
You guys heading to the poor district. Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys head to the poor district, you guys start heading in there. You don't see anyone, surprisingly. Very little people. And when people you do see, they scuttle into the, darkness as quick as possible. Like rats. And then you get to where a sewer grate will be. And it looks to be been opened a couple times before. You open it up and you start climbing down the ladders, Water is dripping down. You know what I mean? And it smells like, sewage and stuff. And as you guys are walking along where it looks to be like a trodden path, basically, you eventually start entering a larger area of the sewer system. It looks to be this used to be a giant used to be like an underground section where they had storage and shit, but it was abandoned because it looks to like be structural decay. But there's like makeshift support beams put up so it doesn't collapse on people down here. But you still question the structural integrity of the place. And you see large amount of marketplaces. Like, it's bigger than the normal marketplace. There's, like, all these type of, jewels and cutlery, all this stuff that look to be stolen from, like, higher society people. Mystic's character would, recognize this probably quickly as a general black market. As basically, this is what the peasants create a black market that all their stolens from, basically, to sell to other poor people. But this is a pretty big one. Probably because it's a port town for a military base. Guys, get all that?
Yep.
It's big.
It's very big. As you guys are walking down the area, you start seeing, more crowds and stuff. And then you start seeing a single man trying to sell these big ass crystal things, and you do recognize them as cores. And no one's buying them out of fucking spite.
Out of spite?
Yes. And you see a man run up to him like, you gotta stop selling those things. One, technically you're gonna be killing a lot of people around here. Two, trying to bring the military down here. Get the fuck out of here with those blasted things. It's bad enough. It's bad. The military barely tolerate us down here. We don't want them knocking on our door and taking everything. The guy walks away, going back to his shop and selling other stuff that's right next to him. The other guy is like, God, I spent a lot of money trying to steal these things. I thought it would be perfect time. No. Oh, you sirs! Are you here to buy some stuff? I have some cores here.
I'm gonna fly over into the guy's face. And,
No. No. Let's all calmly walk over. Let's all calmly walk over.
Virus is not being calm.
No, we need to keep it cool.
You're sure you weren't trying to go barbarian instead of wizard? I would.
Yeah, seriously, Virus, why are you the one who's charging into things?
Like, I would love to see the barbarian fairy.
Well,
No offense.
In all honesty, it's just because he's got that burning sensation inside of him.
But that wouldn't be original, because one of my friends actually created a male barbarian fairy who was a very fat fairy with a toothpick. Yeah, it was like a toothpick. It was because he's small. He had a toothpick that's razor sharp, and when he would deal, he'll stab people in the eyes and like start digging into their brains, their eye holes. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. But yeah, and when it's like it was he eats so much. It's so funny. It's hilarious. It's a terrifying but hilarious thing to see, especially when you see a barbarian fairy literally carry a giant boulder over his head because of raging.
Let's calmly walk over to the guy.
Hey, I calmly flew over to him.
Calmly flies over to him like, get out of my face! What's wrong with you? And he pulls out a dagger and like,
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna interject. Toko walks up to the guy.
are you buying something or not? Don't get too close.
Actually, yes, I am. I am looking for something to buy.
Good! Puts away the dagger and still looking at the fairy. Like, eyeing him, like, don't not get too close type of deal. You know what I mean?
Nothing.
I'm gonna let fire and ice sparkle in each one of my hands. What was that?
No.
He-
Fairy, go. Then gently push him aside. Push her aside. Go.
puts his hand on his dagger and that's on his hilt right now. Like, he's not, it's not drawn, but he's like preparing to draw what it need to be. Like, what do you want to buy? You want to buy one of my cores?
Of course. Are they in good condition?
Perfect condition.
Let's see.
Hey, DM.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to cast a mage hand to hold virus back.
Is Mage Hand a cantrip?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
And I weigh under 5 pounds, so he literally can move me with mage hand.
Yeah. You feel a tightening grasp around you, like, what the?
Can I do a strength saving throw to get out?
Oh,
Okay, yes,
my
with
God.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Since tech.
-3 is just isn't disadvantage enough. -2.
You're perfectly contained in the thing. Your wings can't move or anything. You're like, I can't even move an inch. Eh. You try wiggling around it, but the more you wiggle, the more tighter it gets, and it's like, okay, I won't do anything.
Technically speaking, this shouldn't be able to be used this way. I just thought it would be funny to be able to hold the fairy back.
Normally it would be a strength check, but we're out of combat and he didn't expect it. And
Right now, I'm
oh,
Well, then I would like to see these cores. Make sure
right
they're-
here, and he pulls out one in his hand right now. Perfectly good. Stole it off a ship this morning.
Shouldn't that be last morning?
I'm pretty sure it's this morning. Tons of ships out there.
This morning, you see. Hey, I like that. You know who the ship was that you stolen off from?
One of the guys off the blockade.
I see you got plenty of cores around you.
Yeah,
They
no.
understand-
Well,
They
some of them from the blockade. Some of them is from the other ships that crashed into this thing. They're broken ships. They don't need them anymore. Military has so many extra cores. You know what I mean? I snatched a couple. Not a big deal. They're easily replaced for them.
How much are these cores?
Out of character, is this guy like the fence? That
Yeah, he's basically the fence.
I see. Thank you.
How much are the cores?
100 a pop.
100. Pup?
100 a pop, yeah.
I see. Hey,
I see you're wearing shiny armor, and your guys obviously have not been down here, unlike that half-elf over there. Beg my pardon. I don't judge. But you probably are not really used to these things. Let me guess. One of my guys stole one of your cores.
could say that. I then grab him by the neck and lift him up.
And then you see everybody in the place around you draw their swords. Put him down. We have an unspoken agreement around here, no violence.
And yet, you are willing to let him stay here.
Keep in mind, there's a total of 150 guys with their swords.
Can I try to persuade them to?
You can, but you have to persuade all 150. Can you make? You think you could persuade all 150 of them? Oh, with all 150 separate rolls? I don't think so. See, they're asking him to put him down.
We have to be able to pull that off, but unfortunately,
Should I
I
just
don't
go stealth and just steal one of the cores back?
Go ahead, start doing that. Wow, there's a distraction. I would say advantage. There's a distraction.
Yeah, alright, I need to roll with an advantage, right?
Yeah, roll stealth with advantage.
Right, with advantage.
Fight in the shadows. 23.
18, 23. Yes.
23. Okay, yeah. You're in the shadows. You're like, woof.
Alright. Now,
Now sleight of hand.
good.
Now make a sleight of hand check. No advantage.
because I imagine that the core is probably fairly large.
No, they're like this. They fit in like your hand. They fit in your palm of your hand type of deal. Think of them like crystal balls.
Alright, there you go. 19.
Okay, that's enough. Especially when everybody's looking at this, the paladin at the moment.
Good job, Paladin. You succeeded. You did succeed in the way that you intended, but you succeeded.
Yeah.
And you don't even know that you succeeded.
They ask one more time. Put him down, or there'll be trouble. I know his business is unsavory type, but we have a contract with him.
Paladin doesn't know that we've got the core now, right? He still thinks,
No, Paladin doesn't know.
right.
Unless the rogue gives him a signal or something.
I guess I'll give him the signal discreetly.
Sleight of hand,
Okay,
and also do a perception check.
Me?
Paladin. Yep, Paladin. Rogue does sleight of hand. You do perception.
Perception.
Okay, 12.
That is probably unfortunate because Paladin's probably not the only one who's going to notice this.
Okay, so you basically go. So describe how you're doing your signal. What kind of signal are you giving him? You know what I mean? Are you tapping him on the?
I'm giving him the signal to basically let him down.
Oh, like put him down.
Like put him down, but have like in a way where you can tell, like, basically tell him I got what we need.
Okay, so put him down. I got what we need type of deal. So you're like, yeah, put him down. You know.
All right. Just messing around. I then gently put him down. And
They all put their swords away, and they're all still looking at you. The guys with the swords are still looking at you, just in case. It's like, good. Now get out of here. You're not buying anything from me. Unless you want to pay 150 for a core.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
And then began to leave the shop.
Like, you weren't the military, so they were going to do something about it. You know what I mean?
We didn't say we were with the military.
Yeah, exactly. So, your abandoned adventures. They saw all the types. Anyway, you guys, got your core. See, Rogue, you're super useful.
Nice job.
Stupid headphones.
Can we go ahead and call it for the day? I don't think that we really have enough time to do anything else in the next
30 minutes?
30 minutes.
You guys want to call it today?
I don't mind. I have to do stuff soon. No.
I mean,
We
Okay,
did
I'll
that one.
compromise. 8.5.
No.
I have done that once, and I regretted it for the rest of my life. My
He did
brain.
He did
My
that one time, and my God, he went until like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my god, yeah, it was like in hell. It was fun, but then I just started like dying slowly.
Yeah.
I unfortunately have to be up for work fairly early tomorrow, so
It's
Oh,
alright.
man.
We'll end it here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and check out my other content. Links down below, and I'll see you guys
Give
next
me
time.
money.
Give us all money, yeah. Patreon,
Yeah.
boys. I also have a
We got the
copay.
show.
I also got the Ko-Fi account. Like, give me a couple bucks, please. Thank you.
I could buy myself some coffee.
We're supposed to be selling out here. We need to get Sweet